my name is Lucy. Welcome to my channel. My videos are typically about long COVID and chronic fatigue syndrome and things that helped me with my recovery. So this is my own personal experience. I'm not a medical professional, so it's not medical advice or mental health advice. It's just ideas that I've had around my own personal experience. So today I wanted to talk about crashes and in particular the fear around crashing. So for people with long COVID and chronic fatigue syndrome, crashing is likely something you've experienced many times, and it is really difficult. So it's normal to feel frustrated, angry, upset, disappointed, fearful, as well as the actual physical implication, which is not being able to do very much, losing maybe the ability to speak to friends or the ability to do things that you enjoyed, and it can bring with it a lot of pressure and a huge amount of fear, especially if you have others to care for or if you are going to need to ask for help from someone else. So of course it's normal then to fear crashing because it's such an awful experience and something that we don't want to go through again. The problem arises when we're fearing crashing so much that we don't want to do more, we don't want to build on our activity, and where it's impacting us being able to trust our body and being able to move forward in recovery. So one thing I was thinking about recently is the idea that if we have unprocessed emotions from the past, they're very likely to affect us now. So if the fear of crashing is really having a negative impact on you and being able to move forward, then it might be helpful to deal with some of the emotions that you've experienced in the past when you have crashed. Because if you think about it, there's a high chance that when you crashed in the past, you didn't have the energy to do a lot of things. So all of the emotions that you felt, there's a high chance that you weren't actually able to process those emotions properly because you were trying to put your energy towards really important day-to-day things. And if you don't have the energy to read or the energy to walk very far or the energy to speak to someone for very long, it would make sense that you don't really have the energy to process emotions very easily. So what I would suggest is considering the impact that these past experiences might be having on you at the moment and seeing if there's a way that you're able to deal with and process those emotions from the past so that they affect you less in the present and going forward in terms of doing more. So for example, you could spend some time writing about experiences that you had, set a timer for 20 to 30 minutes. It might be speaking aloud, whatever you find most helpful. But the thing that's really important is to tap into the emotional side. So writing about exactly how you felt in terms of the raw emotions, how difficult it was for you, and as much as possible allow yourself to feel those emotions. And the purpose is just to make sure that you're not kind of pushing down emotions or having lingering emotions in the background that are affecting you day to day in terms of what you feel able to do and the fears that you have around doing activity. So hopefully that's helpful. I know it might not apply to everyone. Some people fear crashing less than other people do, but it is important to consider our emotional experiences. This has been one of the most important things for me in recovering, and if there's lingering emotions that we haven't dealt with, it can be helpful to address them as much as it's possible to do so. Of course, if it feels too overwhelming, seek some advice from a therapist or a medical professional, or think about what you've done in the past that you found manageable in terms of accessing emotions and processing emotions. So hopefully you found this video useful in some way, and if you did, please subscribe. And if there's any particular questions that you have or any particular topics that you would find interesting for me to talk about, please just let me know. Yeah, thank you for listening, and hopefully I will see you soon in another video.